Issue number 1. Dalai Lama to retire. Dalai Lama, meaning ocean teacher, is a position one is born to after the death of the previous Dalai Lama. So escaping the cage, we call it body, is the Dalai Lama's path to retirement. Our current Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, is the 14th Dalai Lama, making him the 13th reincarnation of the original Dalai Lama, Giden Drupa, as Buddhists around the world believe. So, escaping the cage we call a body isn't really a path to retirement at all, rather a path to the search for a new body or cage to indwell in the hopes that the high lamas of the Gelugpa tradition will locate the correct boy. Hint for all you Dalai Lama hunters out there. All of the 14th previous Dalai Lamas have had the word ocean in their name in one language or another. They're all male and they've all been born in Tibet. So that'll narrow your search down a little bit. But don't let that fool you, because the current Dalai Lama says the next Dalai Lama may be female and may be born outside of Tibet. And America will have a black president someday. The point of reincarnation is that we all started as some low life form, attained some sort of wisdom, died, graduated to a new higher life form, attained a further wisdom, died, and we will repeat the cycle over and over again until we achieve enlightenment, meaning becoming perfect and becoming light. So speaking in terms of evolution, an amoeba becomes a shrimp, becomes a crab, becomes a cockroach, becomes a grasshopper, becomes a bird, becomes a mammal of any sort that you can imagine, eventually becomes a Dalai Lama, gets stuck for 14 generations, never evolving to the next thing. But wait, there's hope. Maybe he did evolve to the next thing. This would be the first Dalai Lama in 14 Dalai Lamas that wants to retire. And if he's really a reincarnation of the first Dalai Lama, whose name is Giden Drupa, then it is the first Dalai Lama who's actually coming to this new conclusion, this new thought, a brand new thought of he's going to retire. And if the average person lives 70 years, then it only took him 980 years to figure that out. But it's not that old of a tradition, if you ask me. Not a lot going on in the news, and I really don't want to talk about Casey Anthony. I wish people could find something else to talk about. So, topic number 2. Things I find refreshing. 7 things I find refreshing. 1. A cool breeze on a hot day. Unfortunately, it has to be a hot day first. 2. A larger than expected paycheck. You've got to work overtime to get one of those. 3. Kudos from a colleague. Again, this is usually the result of hard work. 4. A well-executed plan. Lots of planning involved. You have to plan, you have to execute the plan. 5. A victory in anything competitive. It doesn't have to be a sport. Lots of training and lots of practice. 6. A vigorous BJ from an enthusiastic caregiver. You must have developed your ability to be charming because you didn't pay for it. You can't buy enthusiasm. But on the other hand, those 2 or so previous dates weren't free, and your time is valuable and can never be replaced. 7. A smile from a loved one or a stranger. You might be in a good mood or a bad mood or an indifferent mood or whatever. You can't do anything to earn a smile from a loved one or a stranger. So if my 7 refreshing things, that's the only one that doesn't cost you anything. It only takes 1 second to be courteous to your neighbor. It doesn't even take a second. I mean, you don't have to stop what you're doing and then become courteous to your neighbor. In passing, you can smile and nod. It's an encouragement that we can give one to each other. And we all should. Topic number 3. The Golden Rule. This isn't scripted, I'm going off the top of my head, but the Golden Rule says you should do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I agree with that, but based on the logic of the Golden Rule, you can safely assume if everybody's going by the Golden Rule, then people are doing to you as they would have you do unto them. So, they say turnabout's fair play, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You must assume that the person that is treating you in whatever way they're treating you is also living by the golden rule. So you treat them in a like fashion. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's not right either. It's indifferent. And I don't think it's good. If someone is seriously taking advantage of you, you can seek an opportunity to take advantage of them too. You can hold on to every negative emotion that you ever had and nurture that and seek your opportunity to return the favor. But screw the golden rule. I think kill them with kindness. That's my path. Smile at a stranger and spread joy. Try. I mean, just try. All you can do is try. Just try. Go beyond. Topic number 4. Biggest problem with any society in mankind globally is that they don't really understand that negativity is negative and it contributes something negative to the whole. And the outcome of that thing is negative. Topic number 5. Justice. If justice is blind, how come I've heard the phrase on many occasions, in the eyes of the law? Who is the law? Possibly the best lawyer ever was King Solomon, if it wasn't God. What is perfection? I mean, think about that. Dalai Lama has been for 980 years to 1,400 years. Patton said it's far better to be incorrect in forgiveness than it is to be incorrect in discipline. Roosevelt said, he didn't say it's better that 100 guilty men go free than one innocent man be convicted. He said it's better that 100 guilty men go free than one innocent man be brought to trial. So I ask you to ask each other and spread the word. If justice is blind, why do I keep hearing the phrase, in the eyes of the law? And the eyes of the law are everywhere, by the way. They're on your internet, they're in space, satellites everywhere. Every street corner has a camera. Blind justice is watching your ass and mine. And I don't know that that's a bad thing. I think that might probably be a good thing if we have nothing to hide. But the judicial system should not be a for-profit business. Warning. Don't forward this to anyone. If you do, your turds will become sunshine, your farts will become rainbows, and your urine will become gravy. Warning. Don't forward this to anyone.